Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm going to make a card using this beautiful DSP. Very minimal stamping, just letting the paper and the beautiful colours within it do all the work. So I'm using the stunning terracotta, what's it called? Mosaic Mood Speciality Designer Series paper. I completely got that wrong, didn't I? It's absolutely stunning. As you can see, I've been chopping into mine. I don't have that much of it left because I've used lots. So, without further ado, as you can see, this page here has got lots of holes, and what I've done is I've fussy cut some of these beautiful large mosaic roses, and they're going to be the focal point for our card. So if I bring in what I have pre-prepared, I do like to try and do a little bit in advance to make the videos that tiny bit shorter. So I have fussy cut some of the butterflies and some of the roses. Now it is absolutely easy as pie to fussy cut these papers. They're stunning, and there's quite a large edging around each shape, so anybody can cut it. You don't need anything special, just scissors and take your time. All right, so I'm using terracotta tile card stock, and this measures 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, and I've scored it in the middle at 4 1/8 to make my card base. Now I've pre-done two card layers here, so this one measures 4 by 5 3/4, and I've just gently run it through my pine wood planks embossing folder just to give it that little bit of a wooden look. It's just rather than having a plain background, and I'm using Very Vanilla, and I'm on a bit of a mission to use Very Vanilla at the moment. And I've cut one the same size for inside. If you put a card on the inside of your cards, basically you've got somewhere nice to write, and it does add to the sturdiness of the card, makes it nice, and you know, so it's not going to collapse and go like that on the mantelpiece or wherever people want to put them. All right, so that's that on the inside, and I'm going to glue this on shortly. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to arrange where I want my flowers. I can't remember how I had it now. I think I had that one like that, and that one there, yeah, and then my two little butterflies. So what I'm going to do is, it's quite on trend at the moment to have this like press and seal floating shapes. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I like quick cards. I've not cut that one. I've missed a bit. I like quick cards, so I'm going to do my shortcut version, which means I am holding that like so, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim off the edge where it protrudes from the card, and I'm just holding it and doing it by eye. All right, no, nothing fancy. All right, so I've done that one, so now I'm going to raise that up on dimensionals and just kind of keep in the place of where it is, but I know that that edge there and that edge there are going to line up. All right, so let's get some dimensionals on it. Really lovely, beautiful, beautiful paper. Let's get plenty of dimensionals on. We want it to be lovely. Obviously, you know, if you don't want it to use dimensionals, you can glue it straight flat if you like. I just think that dimensionals, when you've got a bit of, you know, shape to your card, it just makes it that bit more of a wow, that's lovely for the person that opens it. You know, just that little bit more effort goes a long way. Handmade, you know, the value of handmade is the love that you're adding to it. You know, get these off. You could use foam tape, that would be quicker. But I'm a little bit mean with my foam tape. Whereas dimensionals are cheap and cheerful, aren't they? don't mind using them. Right, so I've got to bear in mind this flat edge here and this flat edge here, so I'm going to line it back up so that they are both lined up on the edges. Let me just get it straight, so it's not straight. Okay, do that one first, and then just move this part, oops, slightly over a right little bit and line it up. There we go. And now that's all lovely and adhered to my card beautifully. Right, so I want this one about here. So again, I'm just gonna hold it and then trim off with my card. If you're gluing it flat down, you can just glue it down and then trim it off, but I'm going to pop mine up on dimensionals. I'll trim that off there. Super simple. Alright, turn it over, add some dimensionals, get that out of my way. So sometimes, you know, people say, I get this DSP, this paper, and I don't know what to do with it. And DSP stands for Designer Series Paper. It's just what Stampin' Up call their paper. You know, and they'll say, I don't know what to do with it. Well, I say, get it chopped up, get it used, you know, adorn your cards with it, as well as your stamps and your dies. So I'm going to get that layered on that edge and that one layered on that edge, and there we go. We've got a lovely dimensional card there. Okay, so now I've got my little butterflies, which I did fussy cut, so they can just go straight on dimensionals. They're already cut out. I'm going to need small dimensionals for that one. This is the beauty of having two sizes. Sometimes the larger ones are too large, basically, and that's where mini dimensionals come in, so that you're not, I mean, you can cut the dimensionals in half, but I don't like to cut sticky things with my scissors, because then you get the sticky stuff on your scissors and then you've got to clean your scissors. Well, to save yourself the stress, just make sure you've got two sizes of dimensionals. Okay, remove those off of there. Get off me. They stick to your hands, don't they? The strangest places that you find the backings of these is hilarious. I once found one basically on my husband's leg. He'd been to work and he'd come home and he got changed and everything, and it was still stuck to his leg. It's hilarious. I obviously swiftly removed it before he noticed, you know. Right, so those are on there. So now I've got that beautiful background. Let me just move those. Whoosh. I've got that beautiful background. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, now I'm going to make my sentiment. And what I've done beforehand is I've cut one of these from the stitched labels. And I am going to stamp a little sentiment on there. I'll just get it off of there. I'm using this beautiful braided linen trim. I couldn't for the life of me remember what it was called then. I'm bad for that. One shank goldfish bowl and it's gone. So I'm using a sentiment from Stitched All Around, and I'm using this one. It says Best Wishes. Okay. And I'm going to using the terracotta tile ink, because that then coordinates with my cardstock. It's also the colour that's in the roses, so you know it's all going to look nice. So I'm going to ink that up, and hopefully it's going to stamp nice. I'm just going to put that at an angle, because for me, for some reason, I can stamp better if my thing's at an angle, she says. Okay, if I've made a mess of it, I'll just turn it over and do it again. I have made a mess of it. I'm going to turn it over and do it again. I've got it upside down, I think. That's the problem. Right, there we go. Ta-da, that's better. I don't know which side I like best. And I think I like that side, even though I've smooshed it ever so slightly. You see, the trick is, it's always better to stamp and then die cut. Okay, because then you know you're going to get it straight. But, you know, it's one of them, it's do as I say, not as I do. It's like what I tell my kids, because I don't like die cutting on camera, because it rocks my table, it takes ages, and it's boring to watch. So I'm just threading the linen braided trim there. I put it there like so, and then I'm just going to get my dimensionals back, because I do like my dimensionals, you know. I see if I can put 100 on a card. See how many of these suckers we can use up today. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on there and put it on there, so it's kind of holding my braid, and it's also going to be my dimension on my card. And I'm just going to put it kind of there, just across, and then I'm just going to grab some double-sided tape, and what I'll do is I'll just whip this around the back of there like that. Okay, trim it off because I don't want all that bulk, and I'm just going to grab just some basic tear tape, and I'm going to use that as if it's like sellotape, and I'm just going to keep that flat like so, and some on there. Alrighty, there we go, like so, and then I'm gonna get some lovely Tombow. Again, you could use foam strips. I'm a little bit tight with them, so I'm gluing it. Alrighty, plenty on. Get it lined up on there, like so. There we go, and just give it a press all around, and that will glue on there nicely, and we've got ourselves a very, very beautiful, very dimensional, very lovely dimensional card. So I hope you'll give that a try. That is the Mosaic, I've forgotten its name again. What's it called? Mosaic Mood. Dear me, I think I've got Alzheimer's just for today. Although in general my memory is terrible. That is why I leave everything that I've used over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and then you can see what I've used. Give it a try. Super, super simple. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. If I can turn my camera off.